If someone had told me I do walk out of that warehouse alive, I would have laughed in their face or maybe cried. You don't just spend a day with one of the most dangerous scam gangs in America and walk away untouched. But that's exactly what happened. And what I saw, what I heard, what I felt during those 24 hours changed the way I saw crime, fear, and even myself. I started with a single message in my inbox. You want to see what America's real underworld looks like? Come alone. One day. No cops, no cameras, no names, just trust. That was it. No signature, no numbers, just a burner email with a digital fingerprint that led nowhere. Most people would have ignored it. Most people would have deleted it, blocked the sender, and maybe changed their looks. But I'm not most people. I'm a journalist, or maybe a fool. The kind that doesn't just write stories from behind the scene. The kind that chases the shadow to find the source of the darkness. I do been researching underground fraud syndicates in the US for over a year. Phone scams, romance scams, crypto Ponzi schemes, fake charities, hacked identities, the works. I had seen how they ruined lives, retirees losing life savings, single moms getting connected, getting conned out of their last $500, teens being manipulated into digital moves for Bitcoin laundering. But I had never met the people behind it. Until now, they closed the most glitch spots imaginable, a dusty parking lot behind a shutdown factory in East Baltimore. The air was thick with moisture and paranoia. I wore a plain hoodie, cargo pants, no watch, no phone, just a small notebook tucked into my socks, and a voice recorder strapped to my thigh with medical tape. If they searched me, maybe they wouldn't find it. A black SUV rolled in slow, windows blackout, tires crunching broke glasses. It stopped 2 feet from me. The door didn't open at first. Then, like some secret rituals had been fulfilled, the black SUV door popped. "Get in," said a voice. Flat, cold, American, but with something else behind it. West African? Caribbean? Couldn't tell. I hesitated. "I thought you wanted the truth." The voice added, "This is your only shot." I got in, and I met the scam lords. Inside the SUV, everything changed. The tension was immediate, like walking into a room full of loaded guns. 3 men sat across from me, and one behind the wheel. No one said a word nearly a minute. The one in the middle finally spoke. "You can call me," he said. Big guy, tattoo of a lion on his neck, gold chain, black gloves. "This is AC. That's Bonez. And the driver, don't worry about him. He don't talk." I nodded. "Thanks for letting me in." Bonez smirked. "Aren't let you in yet? You're just in the car." Rome leaned forward. "We read your stuff. We dig deep. You asked the right question. But what we do, it's deeper than fraud. It's survival. It's legacy. It's system. And today, you're gone. See just how far it goes." I swallowed hard. Why now? Because someone needs to know. Not just the damage, but the structure, the operation, the truth they will never put on the CNN. And here is the rules of the ride. They laid out the rules. No real names, no phones, no sudden movement, no questions unless say, go. I do follow them from sunrise to midnight. See the day-to-day run of America's most feared scam operation. From the fake call centers to the luxury condos. bought in dummy names, to the offshore civils and teenage hackers. They said, if I violate any rule, they do end the tour or me. I nodded, agreed, prayed. We drove for 30 minutes to a quiet suburb. Too quiet. Two-story homes, trimmed lawns, kids riding bikes. It looks like paradise until we entered one of the houses. Inside, there were 24 laptops on foldable tables. Young men, some teens, sat in rows, typing furiously, sipping Red Bull, half listening to Drake playing from a Bluetooth speaker. The room buzz with a twisted form of energy, enterprise-level crime. Rome gestured proudly, called center, but not your average type. These kids, they are bilingual, English, French, even Yoruba. They pretended to be bank reps, social workers, even Tinder dates. Even one average $8,000 a week. And we got 8 houses like this. I watched one of them live scam a 78-year-old man in Kansas, pretending to be his grandson who got arrested for drunk driving and needed bail. The man wired $2,500 before the call ended. Everyone in the room clapped. Rome looked at me. Now multiply that by 100 calls a day. Welcome to the ecosystem. Next stop was a safe house. Bare floor, steel door, no furniture, just 3 whiteboards and a man they called the professor. He looked nothing like a criminal. Wired rim glasses, soft voice, but he broke down their operation like a Harvard MBA. He showed me the scam Bible, a thick printed playbook they give a recruit. It had chapters like Emotion is Leverage, How to Make a Widow Cry, Digital Clocks, Crypto Tunnels, Scripts that Convert. It was horrifyingly professional. These are not thugs. I whispered, they are corporation. Rome smiled. Now you're getting it. As night fell, they took me to a party. Flashy, loud, expensive. Bottles popped. Models posed. No one looked older than 25. It was their recruitment tool. Young, desperate kids walked in pair and poor. They left with a burner phone, $100 cash, and a promise. Stick with us and you will be rich in a week. They didn't use gold, they used glamour. My heart pounded. Then Ghost did something unexpected. He handed me my recorder. You wanted to write a story? Fine, but you published it. We know. You disappear. We won't chase. But if you ever name us, even indirectly, we will find you. I left. No police escort, no beat down, just silence and the weight of a secret too dangerous to speak. I went straight to my hotel, packed my things, and took a red-eye flight home. I turned my phone off halfway through and never turned it back on again. 4 weeks, I lived like a ghost myself, changed numbers, moved cities, told my editors I had a nervous breakdown. It wasn't far from the truth. I had nightmares about Dress grinning behind me, about ghosts watching from a crowd, and worse, about becoming like them. Then, one night, an unmarked envelope appeared on my doorstep. Inside was a flash drive. No note, no signature, just a single file. A spreadsheet of every victim they do hit in the last month. Names, emails, banking infos, even voice clips. It was an invitation or a threat. Maybe both. I stared at that flash drive for hours. It felt radioactive in my hand, dangerous, incriminating, and somehow redemptive. These weren't just names on a list. They were people I do seen violated, tricked, robbed of more than money. This was the smoking gun, and it was the only one who had it. The next day, I booked a one-way ticket to Washington, D.C. I didn't go home. I didn't call friends. I walked into the FBI field office, heart humming, palms sweating. I said one sentence to the agent at the desk. I have information about a domestic scam cartel. They took me seriously. For hours, I answered questions in a cold grey room. I handed over the flash drive. I gave them names, faces, places, but I left out one thing: the girl I had called, the one I do briefly deceived. She didn't deserve more surveillance. She deserved peace. That was my line. Within 2 weeks, I was part of the sting operation. The FBI wired me up, gave me new credentials, and sent me back into the lion's den. I was terrified, but I wasn't alone this time. I wasn't there for the story anymore. I was there to finish it. The plan was simple: get Ghost to reveal their offshore account. It didn't go as planned. Ghost sensed the tension, the false confidence in my voice. "You're different," he said. "Journalist guilt? Or are you here to play hero?" Then he leaned in and whispered, "Did you think we didn't know the feds would try this?" The next moment were a blur, screams, a flash. Someone lunged. I hit the floor. The FBI rushed in. The chaos. Drex tried to flee through the back elevator. He was caught 2 floors down. Professor was arrested on the spot. Ghost vanished. Lila was gone too. She had left hours before the meeting, like she knew something was coming. They later found traces of her on a bus headed west. She wasn't been seen since. A woman with no real identity, no bank account, no past, like a shadow that escaped the light. The FBI called it a partial success. Millions were recovered, dozens of victims were contacted and reimbursed, but ghosts were still out there and the scams didn't stop. New accounts popped up, new lies stood the root. Hydra heads growing back after each. Me? I quit journalism. I changed my name, moved to a small town. I still write, but only fiction. And even then, I changed the endings. Because in real life, the violins don't always fall. Sometimes they adapt, sometimes they win, and sometimes they watch, waiting for your silence. People ask me if I regret it, spreading that day with the devil, spending that day with the devil in a tailored suit. The truth, I do, but I also thanked that day for showing me how deeply we are falling the vulnerable, how easily the desperate become predators, and how silence protect the most dangerous crimes. If you're reading this, maybe you're curious, maybe you are tempted. Don't be. If something feels too good to be true, it is because it's already costing someone else everything. Stay at alert, ask questions, and please report what you see. One voice won't change the system, but it might save a soul. Thank you for watching and listening to this story. If you find this story interesting, please do well to hit the like button, go down to comment section and tell us your experiences so far about scam gangs. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so that you don't get to miss out on any of our interesting stories. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.